Bro, Ethiopia is Kojo. Jesus Christ. Guys, look. Ethiopia is beautiful. I don't want to go back. Listen, at this point, I think I need Ethiopian wife. I need something that will keep me back in Ethiopia. Guys, show them. Ethiopia is beautiful. Ethiopia is beautiful. I don't want to go back. Ah! Look now, bro. Ethiopia is the capital of Africa, bro. Listen. Ethiopia think Kojo, bro. Look. I don't want to go back. Ethiopia is Kojo. Guys, listen. Ethiopia is beautiful. I don't want to go back. Ethiopia is Kojo. Look, bro. Ethiopia is beautiful. Jesus. I want to stay here. 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 Ethiopia is Kojo. Ethiopia is Kojo. Look. Ethiopia is Kojo. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. Ethiopia is beautiful. Ethiopia is beautiful. Ethiopia is Kojo. I don't want to go back.
So, somebody asked me, why Ethiopia? Why Ethiopia? In the comment section, by the way. Why Ethiopia? Everywhere you go, you're talking about Ethiopia. Ethiopia, you love Ethiopia. Let me tell you one thing. Ethiopia has been there, has been known, but people have been ignoring it for the longest time. But now, people are now knowing that Ethiopia is the best place anybody could be living peacefully without any trouble from anybody or anything. You live happily. Everything seems normal to everyone. So, guys, what you do here? I have clips here, many of them. I don't want to make you stay here for long without the evidence. Clips here. I will come back and talk about the video.
Exciting news, I'll be returning to Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, June 1st, 2026. I'm coming back, Ethiopia.
Everyone keeps asking us, why do we speak about Ethiopia so much? But first you must understand that the biblical scriptures come from Ethiopia and that the African Union headquarters is in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, which plays a big part in...
Now look at this. Like, this transformation is crazy. Like, we have roads to, like, the standard of the roads is crazy, and you see the buildings, the structures for the marketplace. It was not like this before. It was very hard to shop around this area. There's lots of thieves and stuff like that, but not anymore. You see the street lights, especially at night. This place is amazing.
Everything you eat, everything you look at, everything you enjoy was made by us, which is, it doesn't really exist anywhere.
That's really dope.
You go anywhere else, the expat community is the ones that's really moving the economy.
Exactly.
And I think as a black person, not Ethiopia, just as a person of color, I'm proud to come somewhere and claim everything as being ours.
Now that's something that
Bro, can someone please tell me why this whole entire time I thought all of Ethiopia looked like this? But bro, I just literally saw a video of what Ethiopia actually looks like. There is no way, bro. Somebody tell me this is fake. Someone tell me this is not real. I'm starting to think we're the third world country, bro. Let me show you. What the Someone tell me that was not real, bro. Tell me that was fake.
Listen, I've been in Ethiopia 6 times this past 3.5 years. This January, the 2026 Diaspora season, the number one. The number one. You know, listen, everybody from Europe, Canada, Australia, even Japan, China. I met somebody named Berbera Hong. Wow. And we're having so much fun. There's so many things going on. There's networking events. There's mixers. There's day parties. There's not parties. There's World Africa. Shout out my brothers. And there's so many things going on. And if you feel like you've missed out this January 2026, it's okay. Don't be sad. You come December 2026. You come January 2027. And you know, before they say, oh, if your partner decides to go to Ethiopia during diaspora season, don't even talk to them anymore. No, we are changing that now. We are making wholesome. You know, there's mission trips. There's giving back. There's a lot of things. And I understand. I'm Eritrean. But in God's eyes, we have salam. Eritrea and Ethiopia don't matter. We are respect each other. And we try to do our best. Yeah.
Blessed people. So I'm just here in Ethiopia right now, and I was fed a pack of lies about Ethiopia. That Ethiopians were all starving and had swollen bellies and didn't have no money and were poor. Because while I stand here at one of the most beautiful resorts in the world, overlooking Addis, I'm reminding you that this is where the oldest human remains were ever found. I'm reminding you that this is the birthplace of Christianity, and the people here are fasting for 180 days out of every year. They're just eating vegan food. I'm reminding you of injera, which is made from teff, the ancient African grain. I'm reminding you that they reduced their national debt from 25 billion to just 5 billion in 1 year, and the USA is currently in $34 trillion of debt. I'm reminding you about the dam that they just built, which is going to supply electricity not just for here but for other African countries. I'm reminding you about Eskiska. I'm reminding you about Ethiopians have one of the best airlines in the entire world, one of the best air services in the entire world. I'm reminding you that this is the birthplace of coffee. I'm reminding you about the gold and the cheapest electricity. I'm reminding you that this is one of the most progressive economies right now, not just in Africa, but in the world. I'm reminding you that the oldest Bible is actually held here right now, the oldest illustrated Bible. I'm reminding you of all of these things because it's important. I'm reminding you of the rock-hewn churches. I'm reminding you to come and visit Ethiopia.
My love for traveling Africa actually started when I visited Ethiopia for the first time in 2019. And why it was Ethiopia, I am not sure, but I've always had a profound love for this country and their rich history and just how they've been just honestly one of the most resilient countries in the world, in my opinion. And there's just something about getting off the plane and seeing everybody that like looks like you. And even though you don't speak the same language, the national language is Amharic, having everybody being so welcoming to you is just like the most welcoming feeling. And I'm half Kenyan and Ghanaian, and so like even when I told them I'm Ghanaian, Kenyan, they're like, "Oh, you're our sister." It's just like a wonderful feeling. And this is a common thing to get like when you travel throughout Africa. Like people will just call you their brother and sister. So I really do love the vibe, the energy, the food, the culture, the history. It's just I don't know what it was about feeling so at home there, but then my love for traveling Africa was literally going to Ethiopia for the first time. So I highly recommend. People don't talk about it enough, but I do recommend people visiting Ethiopia.
Hi guys, I'm living in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and I'm gonna rank 4 things I like most about Ethiopia. Number 4 is the weather. I love the weather here. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. It's amazing. Always it's cool, fresh air, and during the day it's like 24, 22 degrees. At night it's 15, 14. It's adorable. Number 3, it's the shoulders dance. I love this dance. It's so iconic. I don't know how it's called in Amharic. So for me, it's amazing. I tried once, but I'm not sure I did well. Number 2 is the coffee. Definitely, it's amazing coffee. I'm from Brazil, and people say, "Oh, in Brazil there is the best coffee." But for me, in Ethiopia, the coffee is the best in the world. I don't know. I don't like coffee so much. But here, I drink coffee every day because the taste is so different. It's so... If you haven't tried Ethiopian coffee, you should. And finally, number 1, of course, is Ethiopians. Why? Because they are so kind, so friendly. It's amazing.
I'm sure many of you know this friend of mine called Ike Kumalo, who's become an askari, trying to please racist Afrikaners by saying that everything that his people do in South Africa is wrong and backward. He even goes to the extent of saying that any country from where white colonizers left has become a shithole ever since Europeans left. The truth of the matter is Ike suffers from what we call the township syndrome. He's never traveled. He has never been to any other African country and never been outside the borders of his little country and township. So that's why he says some of the things he says. He doesn't even realize that the best run economy on the African continent is Botswana, that has been run by Africans for the past 60 years since they removed Europeans who left them in a little village. He doesn't realize that we've got countries like Rwanda that are the best run economies on the African continent and some of the most beautiful cities that have been developed by Africans. He doesn't even realize that we've got cities like Addis Ababa behind me, where I did a documentary showing you how Addis Ababa was never built by Europeans because Ethiopia was never colonized. They've currently built one of the most fascinating cities that is turning itself into a Dubai. And they've also built the biggest airliner on the African continent that has taken over South African Airways that was managed by whites. Watch my documentary to know that Africans can build Africa better than the colonizer did. Otherwise, wouldn't have overthrown the colonizer.
The transformation of Addis Ababa is reminiscent of the transformation of Dubai in the early 2000s. It's a phenomenon to see an old city morphing itself into the new, with electronic billboards everywhere, new roads, flyovers. It's precisely what I saw happening in Dubai. From our arrival at the airport, the signs of change are obvious. Bole International Airport is more organized, it looks pristine, refined, and everything moves seamlessly.
There's 3 things I learned about being here in Addis Ababa. 1, things move a lot slower here, so you gotta be more patient. 2, you definitely need to embrace the culture and learn some of the language because they don't speak a lot of English here. And 3, I would say that you probably need to just do some research on the history, the culture, and understand that the way that things operate here is not how they operate maybe where you come from. And that's okay. That's the whole point of traveling, going somewhere new. Peace.
By the way, የቀይ ባህር ጉዳይ ለኢትዮጵያ የሉዓላዊነትና የህልውና ጉዳይ ነው። እስከዛሬ ድረስ 130 ሚሊዮን ህዝብ ያላት ሀገር ካለ ሲ አክሰስ መቆየቷ ጉድ የሚያስብል ነው። ለዛም ነው ክቡር ጠቅላይ ሚኒስትር አብይ አህመድ በጂ7 በተደረገው ስብሰባ ላይ በስፋት ኢትዮጵያ የቀይ ባህር አክሰስ እንደሚያስፈልጋት በደንብ ሲያወሩበትም ጭምር ነበር። በሰሞኑ ደግሞ የቱርክ መሪን በአገራችን በመጋበዝ ኢትዮጵያ በሰላማዊ መንገድ ለጋራ እድገት የቀይ ባህርን አክሰስ አገልግሎት እንድታገኝ ነው ሲወያዩ የነበረው። እንደምታውቁት ሎጂስቲክስ ለኢትዮጵያ ኢኮኖሚ ትልቅ ጨዋታ ይጫወታል። ያለ ሲ አክሰስ ደግሞ ከባድ ነው። ለዛም ነው ኢትዮጵያ የቀይ ባህር አክሰስ የሚያስፈልጋት። እንደዚህ አይነት ኢንፎርሜሽን የምትፈልጉ ከሆነ ፎሎ በማድረግ ቤተሰባችንን ይቀላቀሉ።
ፈረንጅ ጥሩ ነው፣ ፈረንጅ ትልቅ ነው፣ ፈረንጅ ጎበዝ ነው፣ ፈረንጅ. They used to come to Ethiopia giving out pencils to people. Not even pencils with eraser. And I remember this because I seen them from a far distance and seen people talking about it and stuff. And then they would go around taking pictures of Ethiopian kids that were playing in the mud and dirt and posted all around the world talking about we've been helping starving African kids and putting them through school. Whole time, the kids in the equation have a loving home and parents that's working hard every day to put them through school. We are literally being mocked every day, even to this day. Like if you speak on to somebody about Ethiopia, they don't know what Ethiopia is. It'd be only certain people that know, but they like, and then you say it's in Africa, and they be like, oh, aren't y'all starving? Bro, we're literally being mocked, and y'all sitting here acting like they've been helping us, like they've been putting us through everything and helping us, like not even money, not even clothes, not even shoes, nothing. Like y'all acting like they're gods. Come on.
All right, so this is my message to the Ethiopian people, all right, here in Addis Ababa, right? I know what you guys are doing. I think I finally figured you guys out. I know the game. I know what you guys are doing. Right, I'm in Addis Ababa, right? And my plan was to stay here for like a week, right? But I ended up extending an extra week. And if, you know, things continue to go the way they're going, I might, you know, extend another week. But I know the game. You see, you Ethiopian people, yeah? You're so amazing to me. You've been so great to me, yeah? Everywhere I go, I keep meeting amazing people. If you know, in case you don't know, this is my 3rd time here in Addis Ababa. And every time I come here, you guys are always nice to me everywhere I go, man. The Ethiopian people are amazing to me. And I think I finally figured it out. I think you guys want me to fall in love with your country so that I don't leave, innit? But it's working, you know. Keep doing what you're doing, you know, it's working. I'm really loving the country. My time here has been great and I'm loving the country. But I know, like, I figured out your game, yeah? I think you just don't want me to leave. You've been so amazing to me, and I appreciate it. And I think all I need now to do is find my sugar mommy, and then I'll leave. I'll move over here. You know, I'll leave England and I'll come and live it. So yeah, I figured out your game. You keep being so nice to me, I might never leave. But yeah, I'm in Ethiopia, Addis Ababa, and I'm having a great time. Thank you for being amazing to me.
All right, welcome back. Thank you for being so patient, viewing the video up to the very end. Now, let me talk about the video, right? First of all, you have seen how many people love Ethiopia, and I'm happy that even the Africans are happy about Ethiopia. Even the Africans are they are proud of Ethiopia. All right, they have seen Ethiopia growing from scratch, from nothing, not depending on anybody. Everything they have been building it on for themselves. Okay, everything they have been doing, they have been building with their money, with everything for themselves. Somebody asking that why Ethiopia doesn't have water, and was like, Ethiopia has the biggest dam in Africa. Ethiopia had the biggest dam in Africa, and Ethiopia, the source of its water is from the biggest river in the world, which river is that? River Nile, and it's in Africa. So why do you think that Africa ain't big the way people want to call it? Why Africa? Why people want to demean Africa to a level that Africa can't be seen by the world? Huh? Why do you want to pull us down to feel demeaned by your own thoughts? Why do you want to put Africa in a way that Africa can't be respected by the whole world? While you depending on Africa for everything. The Western people depend on Africa. I've seen Kenyans saying that they want to move to Ethiopia because how come the country is so beautiful? The country is peaceful. The country is developed. Even at night, seems like it's at the daytime because the power of electricity in Ethiopia seems like it's hard to light the whole town to look like it's daytime. So Ethiopia has grown. Ethiopia has not been colonized fully, yeah, because they fought for their own country. They fought Italy just to remain depending on themselves, not being controlled by any other countries. Because people have been colonized by the West, by the Europe, by the British. Because whenever they colonize you, they want to use you. They want to drown you. They want to make you lose everything for them to build their own country. You see, they came to West Africa. They took people from West Africa as slaves. Tell me why are the West African countries has everything but they are still poor? People are still living depending on the aids. People are still depending on people to come and help them because they never wanted to be living under somebody controlling you, making you ask for them for everything. They wanted to be that they'd have to depend on some people to come in the country, put out the rules to control them, to make them feel like okay, you have to do this, you have to obey us, you have to do as we want. But that's not what Ethiopia was willing to be, of obeying the laws. That's why they fought for their own rights, to depend on them, on settlers for everything, to build the countries with the youths, to give the youths opportunities in the country. That's why Ethiopia today is attracting people to go there and visit Ethiopia. It's attracting not only Africans, white people that are willing to move from America to come and stay in Ethiopia. Black people are so proud of Ethiopia. Look at Jamaica. Jamaica respects Ethiopia like, I don't know how can I be able to frame the amount of respect that Jamaica gives to Ethiopia? Because Rastafari is a culture in Jamaica, and in Ethiopia is where it all began. Okay, it's where it all began. So whenever they see the word Ethiopia, they respect it. They give it the respect that it deserves. So Ethiopia has been there, but people have been assuming it. So Ethiopia has just come to portray out to you that the respect, the head, the ignorance you are having about Africa, it ain't what it is in Ethiopia. See how much Ethiopia has grown. Mind you, Ethiopia has the capital of the AU in entire Africa. That's where they sit. That's where the assembly of AU in Ethiopia. Ethiopia has grown for so many years. People have been ignoring Africa. But when he actually just came in Africa, he exposed everything. So he made people believe and love Ethiopia. Alright? So tell me in the comments, what do you think about people now awakening to that Ethiopia is beautiful, has beautiful women, has beautiful culture, has good men, has just nice things. Why are people now awakening up to Ethiopia like they have never heard about it before? That's how some way they are awakening to Africa. They have been assuming about Africa, that Africa is poor. Africa depends on people for everything. Africa is rich. Africa is sick. Africa is home. People live homeless. Africa is still back in the Stone Age. Now they are surprised that Africa is not what they were being told in the history. You know, a teacher tells you something. I will teach you 30% of my knowledge. You have to go and find out 70% of my knowledge. But who taught you about Africa being poor? Why can't you go and search as a student? Go and search as a student. That's about Africa. How come that Africa is so poor? Africa is still living in the Stone Age. How? Go and research about Africa. Black people from America. Don't act like you don't know about Africa. Africa is your home. You have to go and research about Africa. Know about Africa. Do as Africa does. Stop ignoring Africa as a continent, Africa as people. Stop ignoring them. We are your family. Tell me in the comment how to feel about the video, because I don't want to push you to believe in Africa or come to Africa. I need to make one thing clear about Africa. Understand Africa. Appreciate Africa. Love Africa. Our culture, our lifestyle, our everything. We are grown. Developed so much. So learn to do as Africa does. I love you. I love Ethiopia and appreciate Ethiopia because it's grown, developed so much. I have friends here from Ethiopia that they'll tell you how much the country is grown. I love you. God bless you, and peace be with Ethiopia and entire Africa and black community. I'm out.